Well, John, one day after the Oxford game, what's the atmosphere been like around the place this morning?
I think there's still a bit of an air of disappointment around the place after conceding the late goal, which there rightly should be. And then it's our job to make sure we turn that around into one of positivity, because we've got a really short break until we've got the next game against Northampton. We've already started on our Northampton prep today, so we put the game to bed last night and we've moved on quickly.
How did we come out of last night, aside from obviously Joe Morrell, who, as you said last night, felt a pop in the back of his knee?
Yeah, so Joe's going to have a scan tomorrow, so we'll see what the news is on that. Everything else is okay. I think Terry's taken a knock to the shoulder, but there's no dislocation, no break, no anything, no ligament damage, nothing like that. So I think he took a fairly significant whack in the first half and carried on in a fair bit of pain. So fair play to him, but nothing else apart from that.
You will have watched the game back now. Was there any other sort of key takeaways that you didn't know last night?
No, not really. The two takeaways, but we didn't move the ball forward enough, quickly enough in the first half, and then we didn't see the game out well enough after a really good 45 minutes coming out in the second half and causing problems, getting the goal that we needed, getting the second goal to go ahead, and then described it in a couple of ways last night. Nothing's changed there. We just need to be much better in locking the game out. We actually just gave ourselves a 3v3 at the back when the ball was in the right wing position and there was no need to do it, and that was the big disappointment. So I think overall the performance was positive. We went away from home, controlled the game for large parts. We know we need to be a lot better, especially when we're trying to move the ball into the final third and create a bit more. But yeah, there's plenty to work on, but plenty of positives to take.
Northampton coming up at Fratton Park, what are you expecting from them?
Well, I think since we played them away at their place, they've been on a really good run. Barring the weekend, they obviously came up against a Shrewsbury side with a new manager and plenty of energy, and came unstuck there. But apart from that, they've been excellent. One away at Charlton, they've picked up a fair few points, and I'd say if you look at the league table and how far they've come, they're a side that, especially having been promoted last season, have really kicked on and really, I think, surpassed expectations. So John's done a very good job there. They've got some excellent players, and they're going to be a real threat. I think the game at their place is one of our better ones of the season, but it's still a few key moments in the game went our way. So we've got to make sure that we're right at it on Saturday.
As you said, it's been quite a turnaround for them since we last played them. Is it about sort of taking that performance from the away game into this one, or do you need to find other ways to exploit them?
I think we need to find other ways, to be honest. The game wasn't too far removed in terms of time, but there's plenty of change from both sides since then, and we need to take far more from the recent games. I think the Port Vale game, I thought we were excellent throughout. We were good in patches against Oxford. We need to take more of that into the game on Saturday and improve upon a few bits there as well. So I think that's the far more important message. Even in the space of a couple of months, Northampton's team has changed a fair bit. Our team's changed a fair bit. It might even change a bit more in terms of what they're going to be doing before the transfer window on Saturday. So we've got to be prepared to play a completely different game.